Here we are then in Miami, round number 6. 5 lights out and away we go here in Miami. What a brilliant start and a good getaway it was from Max Verstappen. Looking down the inside on Lando Norris, a bit of contact already and a bit of carbon fibre going everywhere already. Norris holding though the lead and a good start already. Look at West in the background as well in third. And away having a look at Verstappen on the back as we come down through this first section. This sweeping left-hander, a lot faster than yesterday, but George Russell in the background of the inside. Lewis Hamilton just about gets blocked off, and well, it's a brilliant start and a brilliant getaway from Lando Norris. Verstappen, Hamilton, West, Russell, Tsunoda, Antonelli, all and Piastri as well. All as we come down the backstretch now. Russell pulling towards the right-hand side on Lewis Hamilton, trying to get the move done on his former Mercedes teammate. Quite enough, it might be free wide as Tsunoda looking down the inside. Wherever go, Hamilton holds out strong though, and well up the front. West maybe having a look around the outside of Verstappen. What a brilliant move that was, and a perfect start for the two Ferraris, holding out positions 2 and 4 on lap number 1. And well, what a perfect getaway it's been for Norris, but it's not quite done yet. West maybe having a look now as we come down the backstretch. All the power you might need. Russell and Hamilton going to blows in the background again. Let's have a look. And Piastri's also passed his teammate Kimi Antonelli. Touch up to the two former Mercedes teammates. And well, Russell might just hold out for now, but Hamilton's getting a wheel in still. He's side by side all the way down towards turn number 1 on the racetrack, and Hamilton quite about holds it, just about. It's going to be still side by side. The two Brits have been absolutely fantastic at the pros, but Hamilton gets ahead again, and well, that's a significant gap now to Max Verstappen, and well, that battle really did cost them just a little bit. But now then, it's going to be a bit more settled now as we come back down the backstretch again. West with DRS all the way now down to try and maybe have a look down the inside on Lando Norris. Is it close? Is it close? No, it's quite deep, and West does go deep into the corner. Norris holds position, but it's already Papaya under attack. And well, as we come through turns 13, 14, 15, West really trying to put a marker down, you might say, on Lando Norris. And Norris will have all to defend this one right down towards turn 17, the final corner on the racetrack, the heaviest braking zone on the racetrack. West may be having a look down towards the outside, not quite enough, but Norris holds firm. Our sprint winner yesterday, searching for his first win of the season. And well, Lando Norris really will need some big points here today if he wants to stay in the championship gap. And West having another look down the inside. That Ferrari does look racy, very racy. Lap 3 of the Grand Prix. Norris leads from West. Verstappen, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Russell, Piastri, Antonelli, Pierce and Albon, your top 10. And when it all just looks a bit too perfect, Tsunoda also passed Russell. Now he will come under pressure from not only Tsunoda, not only Russell or Piastri, sorry, but Antonelli as well. Pierce also may be in the mix. You can see in the background he's going to have to defend from Alex Albon. But now, down through we come. Piastri looking to try and get past George Russell. Does on the DRS, and maybe also trying to get Tsunoda as well. Free wide as we go down towards turn number 11 on the racetrack. The left-hander Piastri down the inside. He's got them both. A perfect move from Oscar Piastri. And the Australian. That's perfect manoeuvre from the Aussie. And well, as you look down this track, you can see ahead of time West on the back of Norris, and maybe not quite close enough this time. That McLaren partnership with the Mercedes for their engines is working quite nicely, you might say. And West now will maybe look to have another go into turn number 1. DRS not quite enough, late on the brakes, but just a little bit too late, and we'll try now to maybe have another crack through the section. Right on board with the gearbox of Lando Norris. See how much he flick it in and left and then right and then left again. And then this one's a long sweeping left hand. You've got to keep it in. West goes a bit wide and he's all the track available. That might be his undoing. But now we look down towards the run down towards turn 11. See the cable car. You fly right past it and you come on the Hard Rock Stadium. And now all the way down towards turn 11. Norris still holding firm. But West and those brakes look so much better than... Oh, you can see, oh, West almost clipped the wall as well. As you go up and then down again. It's a little bit of a roller coaster, this section of the track. But Norris is going to be right under pressure now. He's 0.3 of a second behind. West will have to put on the afterburners, try and attack. Is this the moment we see a lead change in the race? Hamilton in 4th, Verstappen behind in 3rd. West really maybe trying to close up on Lando Norris, this leading pair. 2 Brits. Of course, Lando Norris got his first win here last season for McLaren. Well, Russell and Antonelli going up to blows. And Russell holds out firm, the more experienced Mercedes teammate. And now we'll be coming under pressure and under attack from maybe Kimi Antonelli going towards turn 1. Not quite there, just about, but well, Alex Albon's having a brilliant season. 10th in the Drivers' Championship. He's been scoring points nearly most races. Some brilliant races. Bahrain, China standing out as well. But now as we come under the bridge and round this long sweeping 7-8 complex and now onto the back stretch, George Russell will now be hoping he's got DRS on the back of Yuki Tsunoda. There's a move down the inside. West going in deep and Norris holding position again. West went for it. He did try for it, didn't he? And well, we'll have to see a replay of that one in a moment. On lap number 5, West trying down the inside on Lando Norris. Proof you can't take your eyes off this battle just for one moment. But now it's going to be all the way down towards turn number 17 on the racetrack again. This heavy left-hander, this heavy hairpin. Behind the brakes for most of the time. West trying to maybe put the pressure on Norris and not quite there, not quite close enough this time to make a move. Now Lando will surely be feeling the pressure of his fellow compatriot onto the gearbox of that papaya machine. West looking down the inside. Not quite enough, but he still holds firm. Norris really trying to keep West behind. Of course, those medium tyres are not going to last forever. And West is really trying to slide that Scuderia machine all the way through and around this first section of the racetrack. A little bit wide, coming off turn 7 and 8. But now West can try and put the power down. Maybe Norris under pressure once again. We've followed this through the whole lap. But Lando Norris will now surely feel the pressure. West right on the back, DRS closing every moment. Not quite close enough this time. Late on the brakes, the Ferrari hooked right onto the gearbox of Lando Norris. Small touch of the wall, but you can see such a blind corner, that complex. You can see the driver's eye where he moves. And well, all the while, this plays into the hands of Max Verstappen. The more they battle, the more the championship leader gets reeled in. And I'm sure West knows this too. West looking maybe towards the inside on turn 17. Trying to throw one down the inside, a bit too late on the brakes. And well, they late and a dollar short, some might say. Verstappen really trying in the background. Hamilton and Russell and Piastri. Russell and Tsunoda, sorry, going at it too. Piastri looking to try and get past Lewis Hamilton and hooking right onto the back of a man from Stevenage, the 7-time world champion. Verstappen now 1.6 behind West and looking to reel in. And Yuki Tsunoda, highest position he's been running since Japan. He's really been putting on the pressure. He's after another podium in Formula 1, surely to keep his Red Bull status for the season. So if you look further down the order, you might see Oliver Behrman got his first points for Haas yesterday in the sprint race. And well, we can see Piastri round the outside on Lewis Hamilton. He's got the move done. A brilliant, brilliant overtake. Got the move done right before the corner too. That's just perfect timing for Oscar Piastri. And now, maybe he can try and close down that 5-second gap to Verstappen. All to play for though. Hamilton's going to have DRS again. He'll have another go. West side by side maybe. I think there was a bit of a mistake for Norris. Maybe. But West is now trying to get past. Side by side down the straight. The two Brits. Papaya versus Maranello Ferrari again. Almost. West squeezes him out. And that will be the lead for Ferrari. And us man who's second place in the championship at the moment. But Lando Norris, well, he's trying to reel him back in now. And always getting close. You might say it's getting even closer. Norris has now got Verstappen in the vicinity. And now Norris is really trying to maybe have a look. We'll have a look and see. You can see the dirty air that Ferrari's almost jettisoning off that rear wing. Oh, well, you can see Max Verstappen maybe might want to join the party, and you can see why. Norris pulls to the right hand side, tries to squeeze towards the wall. That was all so tight between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Verstappen though is trying to have a mix of this too. He's going to dive towards the inside on his rival from last season. Norris having to defend. Verstappen squeezes him out, trying all the best he can. West trying to get involved too. It's McLaren versus Red Bull versus Ferrari on lap 8 of the Grand Prix. Verstappen holds out, like is held out by Norris, and well, Max Verstappen is surely in the mix and in the hunt for a race win now. Not over yet though. Down towards turn 17 we go. Down the long backstretch we go. Verstappen trying maybe to push towards the left hand side. Norris defends. Verstappen pulls to the right hand side again. And now West also maybe in the mix too. Norris defends the inside quite nicely and does brilliantly. West will try to get Verstappen on the exit. He does get Verstappen on the exit. A brilliant move. Timed that perfectly. And well, Norris now under pressure from West too. He's going to pull towards the inside. Norris trying something that he did in Japan. And now dives inside. Norris goes through. This is a brilliant battle between the three big contenders for the title here in Miami. West now maybe looking towards the inside on Norris. As we go to the left-hander, it looks like it's all settled. And Verstappen, well, the top three separated by less than a second. Through turn 7 to 8 we go. West goes a bit wide. Verstappen will maybe now try to have a look as we come down the backstretch again. Off turn 8 we go. And now all the way down towards turn 11. And maybe West might have another go. Will he try it? He will try it down the inside. But Norris, not quite enough. West might hold it. He does hold it. And well, through the hairpin we go. And West retakes the lead of the Miami Grand Prix. And well, Norris really put up a fight. Only slides on the exit. Norris Verstappen might now have a go at Lando. No battery for West either. Norris pulls to the left-hand side. West tries to squeeze him into the wall. It's going to be all the way down towards the final corner now. Verstappen getting involved too. Norris side by side between the two. The leading pair in the championship. Norris free wide into the last corner. West holding it out just about. And well, Norris finally loses out. Verstappen and West trying to fight it too. Verstappen now loses out. This is dicing between all three of these leading pair in the championship. And well, West now, surely that's taken a lot of life out of the tyres. How long are you going to spend on these tyres? Do you bin them off in 5, or do you keep going and maybe box now? Norris to the outside, trying it, and does get the move done. West now under pressure from Verstappen. This has been swapping and change. It's like karting all over again for these three. And look who's also joined the fight in the background too, Oscar Piastri. And maybe Lewis Hamilton might have another go too. West now on the back though of Norris, looking to try and make the move and get it done. Norris pushed the inside, end plate goes flying. West has lost a bit of front wing in the process. And well, that's not going to please him at all. And well, we're looking towards the outside. West trying the inside now again. And that is a front wing change that you cannot really afford. And such annoyance for West. He's going to try and streak away now, but Norris will probably want to take advantage of this disadvantage. West pushes him into the wall and squeezes him out. He's not going past there, is he? Verstappen now under pressure from Piastri. Look at the four of them all dicing together. West driving down the inside again. Piastri almost driving Norris goes undercut. What a brilliant racing bit of action this is. Norris going under. Piastri getting third position, and now Papaya in a Ferrari sandwich. West diving down the inside again on lap 11 into turn 1. And this has been action and action and action all over the shot. And well, I believe we've got some cars boxing already. Russell, Antonelli also in there too. 2 stop strategies for the... And well, you can see West is really struggling with downforce. That's that end plate loss. Do you give up position or do you just try to keep going? West now trying to chase Lando Norris, a second behind. DRS zone, all the wings open. Piastri also on the back of this too, and maybe trying to have a look as we go down towards turn 11 again. It's not quite enough, but this is also playing for hands of Lewis Hamilton, who's looking to try and get back in the championship. Hunt's currently third in the championship. Ferrari, please! Norris and West going to blows again and pushes him wide. And well, surely that's now going to put Norris into the hands of his teammate. Oscar Piastri pulls to the left-hand side, and Piastri has gone from 4th all the way to 2nd in the space of a few laps. And well, will this be time for the box? No, West tries it and well, I think nearly fooled everyone but didn't quite get there. Norris and Piastri now. Piastri to the outside on West, trying it down in towards turn 1. West tries to defend the outside. Norris and Piastri tried to get the undercut again. How he's staying in front with that front wing damage, I do not know. Look at him, he's all over the shot, and now Piastri shoots through, and well, that will be Oscar Piastri from 4th to the lead of the race in a few laps. And West is, look at him, he's all over the place. Norris now, and oh, he almost coming back onto the track, and well, Weston, he's trying back under again. Side by side between these two rivals, all race long they've been fighting, and now Verstappen is going to be in the mix too. So is Lewis Hamilton as well. And now, here we go. Down towards turn 11 we go. Lewis Hamilton, through he goes. Lewis Hamilton towards the outside again. Norris, maybe trying to hold out. Pushing Hamilton all the way. And Lewis will have the inside, but he'll lose that inside line. And well, Lewis Hamilton up to 4th. Gave it a good go there. The 7-time world champion. But Oscar Piastri leads this pack, now leads the race, and he will be very pleased. West hasn't got DRS either, so now Hamilton now down the inside on Lando Norris, sorry, and well, he's up now to 3rd. Is this time to put on a new set? Yellow flags. It's Antonelli. Antonelli again he's out of the race, and well, is this time? Is they going to throw a safety car? I don't think they're throwing a safety car. West has boxed. West boxes as well. From the lead of the race. Or from the front 2 of the race, sorry. And now he will need to try and undercut. He's on the hard tyres. That will surely take him towards the end of the Grand Prix. But Kimi Antonelli out of the race. Well... Does this throw?
One more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Well, one more stop apparently. So, any taken. Hulkenberg pushes him out already. West, though, under pressure. Hamilton fighting Norris again and trying to maybe battle this out. Not Hamilton will now have his former rival right by his side. Verstappen trying to take advantage in the Red Bull. But Hamilton will do exactly what Norris did on the last lap and hold out that inside line. where we will see now, does West benefit from an undercut? Piastri and Norris and Hamilton and Verstappen, will any of them pit on this lap? Will they follow the two-stop strategy suggested by the rookie in the Ferrari? Yes, Piastri does. Does Hamilton too? No, he doesn't. Verstappen no pits too. So, Oscar Piastri into the pits. Is this going to be a masterclass of an undercut from West, or is it going to be disaster for the Ferrari team once again on strategy alone? Piastri, Verstappen on the hards too. And well, it looks like he's going to come out just behind the Apex GP and in front of the Williams of Alex Albon. So Oscar Piastri out in 7th. West about six seconds behind now. This leading pack. Probably, of course, the front wing change too. So we will need a miracle. And now Piastri trying to get past Hayes, and well, I think C is for combat was the line he used in the press conference last week. And well, Piastri is past, and so is Alex Albon too. Let's shoot towards the front now. Hamilton and Norris still out on those medium tyres, and now Hamilton is out of DRS range, but still maybe get an almost meagre kind of slipstream. No boxing for... Yes, boxing for both. Norris and Hamilton and Tsunoda all in. Russell will come out in the lead of the race. And Oscar Piastri will shoot through too. Hamilton, good stop. Tsunoda, not so great stop. And he'll come out behind Lando Norris. Wait, hang on a minute. Hamilton's jumped. The McLaren in the pits. Perfect stop from the Ferrari crew. They've really improved this year, but West shoots through too, and now he will be on the back of his Ferrari teammate. Will this be the moment? West on the fired up tyres, Hamilton's on cold tyres. For the inside we go, and well, this might just be enough. It is enough. West round the outside is a perfect move. And well, this might be the perfect strategy for West. He now has to hunt down Oscar Piastri, but now he's going to be under pressure from Hamilton and Norris again. Here we go. Hamilton pushes toward the wall, and now the two of them have both got DRS. Who do you call? Who do you want to have? Down into turn 1. Hamilton to the inside. West tries the outside again and holds out very, very nicely. Sainz, Ocon now ahead and battling, and this is what they need to try and get past Verstappen. Oh, and Verstappen's in the mix too. West trying to barge his way past Esteban Ocon. Well, cleanest move you might say from the Ferrari driver. Hamilton past his former Ferrari seat holder Carlos Sainz, and also Lando Norris trying to squeeze through too. Maybe this might be the moment Lando gets past two, but Sainz and Hamilton, well, round the outside he goes, and Sainz really trying to put a foot in and well, really try and battle his former rival for that Ferrari seat. And Sainz trying to hold the inside on those worn hard tyres, and he's doing absolutely brilliantly to do so. Westie's trying to sneak through past Verstappen, and I think he has done. And well, West and Verstappen, I think, might be bamboozled by that one. Max Verstappen and West trying to get down past the Apex GP. And the Apex GPs are doing a brilliant job of holding up this pack. Maybe in a hope for some points for them. They have got points on the board, of course. In the sprint yesterday, Hayes and Pierce were doing a brilliant job on the team's home soil. But now, Pierce looking towards the outside of West, not quite enough. Norris still behind Sainz, but this gaggle of cars behind Sonny Hayes, and West is down cleared the American. And You can see actually a little bit of side pod damage on that Ferrari. That's not going to help with cooling. Not going to help with cooling at all. But now West will have Albon in sight. Verstappen sending it down the straight. Side by side with Joshua Pearce. We've seen this before. Well, Verstappen holds the inside, last the late breakers, and a good move from the Red Bull man, the 4-time world champion. Verstappen will pass Sonny Hayes as he enters the pits. Most likely to Pearce next, but now Albon, who is yet to box again, second of the race, and all the strategies are kind of all over the place here in Miami today. Good thing for racing, good thing for action too. Oh well, Oscar Piastri now looking for a lead change on George Russell. Here we go then, towards the outside. George Russell under pressure from Oscar Piastri, and Oscar Piastri goes through round the outside. And well, it's a perfect move from the Aussie, who now holds the race lead. And well, his next competitor, 6.7 behind, is West. As the backstretch now, Russell will have DRS again, but I think he's going to box. And in this lap, of course, he needs to go and get another set of tyres. Based on this strategy, those tyres will not get him towards the end of this race. But West behind him, you can see that train, that gaggle of cars. Albon will be under pressure from Max Verstappen once again. Well, the former teammates, of course, in 2020 in Red Bull. Albon, of course, replaced for Sergio Perez before that famous 2021 season where Verstappen won the world title. And well, Albon goes very deep, and well, Verstappen will try to now put the attack on. Is it going to be for Max Verstappen? Because he really needs to get up into the podium places today, but Albon is not helping his cause or his case. Ever so slightly, West also catching Piastri. Norris down in 8th. Split to Hamilton by Ocon. And well, this surely will be it for Max Verstappen. Looking towards the outside, Max Verstappen takes 4th place. Albon's going to keep a boot in, and maybe this might just hold out for the Williams. I don't think it's going to. Verstappen gets the move done, and he's up to 4th place in the Grand Prix. The championship leader. Doing some very, very good racing. An excellent racecraft from... You can see why he's a world champion, but Albon is now going to come back at him. To the outside, Alex Albon through on Max Verstappen, and well, it might not be as easy as I originally thought for Max Verstappen today. And Russell finally boxes. Give me a set of hard tyres for the Brit. Now taking to the end, 10 laps to go. And now the gap, West 5.4 behind Oscar Piastri. Might this be the day Oscar Piastri finally gets that win that he's been so desperate for so long? He's been hunting and hunting and hunting for some time now, and Oscar Piastri, after Japan, has really, really tried this one. And Piastri will be holding out Hamilton. I think past Verstappen as well. He's up into the podium places. That DRS zone all the way down towards turn 11, providing some brilliant overtaking action. But now it's Hamilton, Verstappen and Norris and Tsunoda, the tops, completing the top 6. I think Ferrari are loving life with 2 cars in the top 10. The first double podium it would be of the season for them. If it was to stay this way, of course, Hamilton never been on the podium in Miami. And Norris putting Max Verstappen under pressure. to the inside. Norris gets the move done. Hamilton also under pressure too, but just about holds out. Norris, though, on those hard tyres, will be trying to make his way back up through the field and also try and jump Lewis Hamilton again. Get back past him after that slow pit stop from the McLaren. And now, well, Miami's had some brilliant races in the past. All of them, well, most of them, won by Verstappen, and then Norris last year. Come on this calendar in 2022, a fantastic addition to the calendar. Well, you might be seeing your next winner here, Oscar Piastri. Has been in such good control of this race, and Norris and Hamilton battling out again. The two Brits once more. Hamilton will try and hold the outside. Norris will keep her boot in on the inside, but Norris can't quite do it this time. He'll have another go down the backstretch of down towards turn 17. A good exit out of 16, and now under the freeway and the bridge. And now Lando Norris, is he going to be close enough? Is he gaining enough? I don't think it might be to be for Lando Norris. And there's also past Verstappen now in the background too. Swapping and change, overtakes galore. Who said Formula 1 was boring? And this surely won't be the final order today. There's going to be so many more changes up and down the grid. There might be a few more surprises and twists in the tail. And now Lando Norris will be on the back of Lewis Hamilton coming off turn 8. And now maybe he'll have to try. West ahead though. Piastri, like Norris is going to get quite past him. Piastri's still ahead. West still there too. And now Lewis Hamilton under pressure and makes a good block. Defends it really well. Lewis is wiser to it with his experience of Formula 1. Took him 2 seasons to become champion, Lewis Hamilton. In the famous McLaren season, that famous livery, the silver Vodafone, looked on so iconically by many fans across the world. And now McLaren have gone from silver all the way over to papaya. I think a change of Zach Brown wanting to go back to Bruce McLaren's original colours, and away from the Ron Dennis silver era at the McLaren's home base. Well, now West to have a ride on board then as Oscar Piastri runs through lap 22. West using all the track he can available to try and catch the Aussie out in front. Oscar Piastri then, and I believe there's Bortoletto, and is this not going to cause a safety car, but there is Bortoletto out somewhere, with Oscar Piastri really holding this race. Oh, he's round! Piastri round! And now this might play into the hands of West. It is! He's going to take the lead. Piastri has had an absolute nightmare around turn 12, and now this brings Rin such a... oh dear, it's not going well for Oscar Piastri, is it? In the hunt of his first win this season. And West leads the Grand Prix here in Miami, searching for a second win of the season. Hamilton under pressure from Piastri's teammate Lando Norris. But what on earth happened there? Surely not. But that is absolutely incredible. Oscar Piastri spinning round at turn number 12 on the racetrack and potentially throwing away a perfect win with some brilliant strategy and some brilliant moves up the field. Such a shame for Oscar Piastri. But it's still time. He's taken 7 attempts out, now a second out to West. There's probably more pressure put on the Ferrari. But now it's 2 seconds again. And there are some yellow flags. I was seeing yellow flags somewhere. I couldn't quite tell where they were. But Norris under pressure still. Putting pressure, on Lewis Hamilton. On turn 12 we go. Spot Oscar Piastri. I think he's going to have to go around 6 more times and remind himself of what happened. But Verstappen has dropped off quite dramatically actually. Max Verstappen in the background, you can see him there. What has happened maybe to that Red Bull? You can't really see any damage on him either, but he's just under a lot of pressure and lots of straight line speed. Max Verstappen and George Russell, the 2 rivals, going to blows. Around the hairpin we go. And well, Max Verstappen has fallen to George Russell. It's not over yet though. Could very well still come back. And Piastri, I think Westie must have made a mistake somewhere because he's now 3.7 seconds behind. So he's jumped up nearly 3.5 seconds in just 2 laps since the spin. Oh well, Oscar can surely see. Westing his sights as he goes down the main straight. He can, just about. Obviously, it's not an ideal situation for Oscar Piastri to be in. He wants to be in part of the championship fight. He really wants to be part of it. And well, Hamilton and Norris and Tsunoda complete the top 5. Russell in 6th. 7th Verstappen, Hayes in 8th. Albon 9th, Ocon 10th. So that's another point for Haas this weekend. It'd be incredible for the team. But West is trying to put serious pressure on Max Verstappen in the World Championship. And now Hamilton under pressure from Norris. Down the inside he goes. Hamilton will now side by side. Lando Norris will have a look and see. Lewis Hamilton is going to be history for him. Down the inside he goes. And well, Lando Norris up into 3rd place in the McLaren. And now can he try and chase down Oscar Piastri? And well, Piastri with that spin also, those tyres will be 50 pence pieces by the end of this Grand Prix. Spinning, it's like having a lock-up. You just get the flat spot and it makes it feel awful on the car and the steering wheel for the rest of the race. You really do feel it as a driver. It's like driving over like 10 speed bumps all lined up together. But Norris now under pressure again from Lewis Hamilton. It's not going to last for long. Euphoria turns to a familiar sense of looking at the Ferrari gearbox, and Lando Norris, where he's gone from 1st down to 4th in this race. Verstappen 2nd down to 7th, but it's Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, Red Bull, Apex GP, Haas and Williams for your top 10. And well, 4 laps to go after this lap. And Oscar Piastri, you can just about see he might be getting close to striking distance. Lando Norris trying it again, and Lewis Hamilton. I can really feel the pressure. But here we go, through the first section of corners again. And Norris will really, really want to try and get 15 points on the board. It looks so much nicer than 12. And especially after those two non-finishes in the opening two races of the season, Norris has really wanted to get the ground running as we go towards the European season. So we're Imola next, then Monaco, Canada, then Austria. Monaco, Spain, Canada, Austria, sorry. Can't forget Spain, Catalonia. It's the last time we'll go to Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, before we go to Madrid. Next year. Well, Lando Norris will now try to put some more pressure on Lewis Hamilton. Is the gap coming down? Piastri and Westie up front. And well, Russell is going to be up to 5th. A brilliant move for the Mercedes in the background. You can see it just there. And well, we can now see Oscar Piastri closing right up on West. He's really determined to try and claw this time back. And Oscar Piastri still trying to close down this gap. 1.6 seconds and 1.2 now. He's really closed up. And look at the determination of Oscar Piastri to try and get this move done. 9.9 of a second now. And on the back, this might be DRS open. It is for Oscar Piastri. He's done such a brilliant job to try and get back and claw the gap. And now, it's a game of will we know if Oscar Piastri can try and get past West. West almost doing the same thing, sliding his way through these corners, and Oscar Piastri will be right on the back now of the Brit in the Ferrari. West pulling to the left, trying to see where he'll go. He must be down on engine power, surely. Piastri pulling right to the inside, and now Oscar Piastri, not quite enough, and West does just about get ahead and stay ahead. I don't know if West was just in a long recharge mode to try and save some battery for when it did happen. But here comes Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri pushed towards the pit wall, and now another excellent defence. It's all very clean between the two drivers, the two leading pair in the race. And Oscar Piastri, well, you might feel a bit hard done. West trying to go wide, then blocking once again through turns 5 and 6. Under the bridge we go. And Oscar Piastri is really trying to put the pressure on now, and he will be right on the back of his DRS zone. He might not even need DRS. Oscar Piastri pulls to the right hand side, and now West will have to put the charge on. No DRS. Oscar Piastri clean air with DRS, and now this might be last late break as West trying it and really trying to get this car slowed down. It's not quite enough, but Oscar Piastri holds out and drops down to 2nd place. Still Hamilton, Norris, Russell behind in the leading 5. Verstappen down to 7th now. Probably going to be Red Bull's finishing positions today. Norris! Oh, he tried it, and he did try to block. West was a bit too late, and Piastri has lost a bit of end plate. Maybe ever so slightly naughty, but it's going to be West to the inside in turn 17. And that was opportune, but a perfect move from the Englishman on that occasion. Piastri though will be a bit annoyed that he's lost the front wing. He's really tried it, and he's really trying the outside now. West blocks effectively. But this is the last lap of the Grand Prix, and West will have to try and fend off Oscar Piastri for 2 more DRS zones. The question is, do you let him pass and then have another go on the back stretch a bit later as you go towards the final corner? Through we go then. Oscar Piastri really closing up now onto the back of West. Here we go then. He can't be saving, surely. West really trying now to block Oscar Piastri. DRS open. Oscar Piastri through to the lead. and almost hitting the wall in the process. West, though, will try once more. Dallas, the late breakers again, and he's through. West goes a bit deep, and he does go off the track a bit more, but Norris, in the background, sorry, side by side, Lewis Hamilton, Piastri, sides across the front, across the rear, and well, West is really trying to throw this in and try and keep position. 0.5 now the gap behind, and Piastri, surely this is going to be it. Hamilton, Norris and Russell fighting out with the final podium position in the background, but this is the front two you really want to see. Piastri pulls to the right hand side, West defends, and that is going to be that. West, well, it fell to him at the opportune time. He's banished the demons of the mistake in the sprint yesterday, but West, for his second win of the season, crosses the line to win in Miami. Piastri in second, Hamilton third, Norris ran Russell, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Ocon, Albon signed the top 10. What a day for West. What a brilliant result that is. And a winner of the Miami Grand Prix. A perfect day for West then. Ferrari on top once again for the second time this season, and this time in Miami. Here's your top three then. West, Piastri in second, finally on the podium, and Lewis Hamilton with his second podium in a row of the season. Looking then down the rest of the grid, Norris in 4th, Russell in 5th, Tsunoda 6th, Verstappen the championship leader down in 7th, Ocon with his first points for Haas, a great weekend for them, Albon and Sainz ran out the points in the Williams. And well, if we look towards the championship and how maybe that's affected this result today, well, Verstappen, West, Hamilton the top 3, the gap now down to 10 points, Piastri, Norris honing in behind and picking up points too. Tsunoda down in 6th, but it's all to play for when we next go to Imola.